Hey guys, it's your boy Zach. Let's start off today with Cheat Day Thursday. I just had my seventh shot. Of course, yet again, administered by my lovely boyfriend who is in the other room. Um, yeah, things are going all right lately. I guess the only changes is, I don't know, people are saying like my jawline is squaring out a bit. It's not as like round as it used to be. I mean, I still feel like it's round, but you know. But yeah, besides that, some people are saying my voice is getting a little deeper, which is cool because what the anyway, which is cool because like that's kind of one of the first main things that'll actually help me pass because I got called ma'am today and that was peachy. Um, yeah. So, I mean, I have big news. I told my mom, finally, that I am on testosterone. And I was so nervous. Because all throughout everything so far, all she's been telling me is don't start testosterone, don't start testosterone. There's so many medical risks, and trust me, I'm aware. I know. And I kept telling her that. I was like, but you don't understand, like, you don't see this from my perspective, that this is literally tearing my life apart, that I'm not on it, which is what I kept saying, even though I was, because I didn't have the balls to actually tell her that I'm on testosterone. But I texted her while I was at work the other day, and I was like, yeah, so, can I talk to you when we both get home from work? I need to rant about something, and you're someone I could talk to you about this. She was like, yeah, sure, like, I'll be home around this time. We could go take our dog for a walk. And I was like, okay, we'll do that. So we did, and took a while, and we were talking about testosterone for a bit, and then I was like, trying to figure out how I was going to drop the ball. I was so nervous, but then at one point she just turns to me, and she was like, so what is it that you really want to talk about? And I was like, no. I was like, well, this is my time. This is, my chance to let her know. But I was like, fuck, okay. This is happening right now. So I did. And I told her. And so she stopped for a second. It's pretty calm. Changed her tone of voice from like, like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, to like, okay. And she was like, because I told her how long I was on it for, and she was like, okay. She was like, have you noticed any changes yet? Like, do you have to go back to like the gyno or anything? I was like, no. And I'm like, obviously I still do it once a year, but I told her no, like, like the only changes, I was like, I mean, I live at home. I might not be home all the time because I'm always here. But she was like, like she would notice. She's my mom. I see her at least like for a couple minutes a day. So yeah, she knows. I mean, we're definitely not telling my father because he would freak out. That would be so bad. But he's gonna find out anyway, so whatever. That's why I need to move soon. But yeah, so mom knows, and she's like, okay. She's like, if anything happens or you start getting sick or anything, like she doesn't know the whole concept behind it or what happens, but I sort of explained to the best of my ability to her just the basics, and she's like, okay, okay. She's like, remember, like, call the doctor if anything happens, if you think that you're infected or anything, like, if it like starts feeling hot. I was like, Mom, I know, don't worry. I have my doctor's personal phone number in case of an emergency. I was like, don't worry. She was like, okay. So she was like, like she calmed down about it. And she was like, and don't worry, in time, your father will come around once, we drop this bomb on him. And I was like, which I never thought he will. but my mom says he will, so we'll see. And the last thing I asked my mom before we walked back inside my house where my dad was, I looked at her and I was like, you know how I always make you promise that you always love me? And she said yes. And I was like, do you still? She's like, of course. She was like, why do you think this would change anything? She was like, there's no way in the whole world that I would stop loving you. Which is nice. Because I was so afraid of all people I would lose my mom. And I'm just happy. She might not understand. She might not fully support this whole situation. But she said she'll always love me. And nothing's changed between me and her. And that's a great feeling. And I know, like, so many trans kids, trans adults, trans people in general don't have support from their family. And I know I do for my mom, and my brother is very like, okay, whatever. But I at least have one person in my family that's like, all right, we'll work on this, I guess. I'll, try to understand more. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, that is it for today's T-Day, Thursday. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that this is shot 7 that I just did today. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff down there. Yeah, if you see any changes, anything, words of encouragement, loveliness, drop it below. Let me know what's going on. Any questions, drop it below. Alright, thanks, guys. Love you all. And I will see you next Thursday. Bye, guys. I can't outro.